why are people talking about the central business district all the time? But he
really,
said, it has to be said in an Australian accent, CBD. So
yeah, that's it.
There's another meaning to CBD.
What you got, Mary? Let's hold them up and let us see.
It's called Sleepy Temple Blend, and this one is Buddha teas.
That's the one.
Oh, that's the one you were saying. It was Kate. Yeah.
That stuff is so good.
Yeah, it has skullcap, organic skullcap, which is apparently the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Sleepy Temple.
Skullcap is a mushroom, isn't it? No.
I think it's a flower.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I don't know.
But it probably, I think it has valerian and it might have hops, skullcap.
Oh, nice. I'm not sure you can get it in the UK, but I could look. Let me just look.
We could mail it to you.
Oh, that would be nice. But let me see if let me see what it says here. Buddha sleep tea. Or no, but what's the brand? Buddha tea, is it?
The Buddha teas is the or Living Wellness Partners.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think so. Hang on.
And it's
Sleepy Temple Blend is the other one I have is a Trader Joe's, which I drank before Kate told me about this one, and it's okay. It works for my daughter.
We have a nice tea blend, herbal tea blends called Pukka, Pukka.
Oh, I've seen that.
And they have a really nice nighttime herbal drinks. And what's the one that I take?
I think you can buy Pukka here. I think
I've seen it in this when I've been in the States. Yeah, they've got lovely ones, really lovely. Lots of turmeric and lots of licorice and aniseed and day to night collection. Oh yeah, Mother Kind Baby. They've got one for everything now already, but
they do.
It's like lean matcha green.
Babies drink tea?
No,
I think it might be for mothers really, but
mothers of babies.
Tulsi tea. What's a Tulsi? Yeah. Oh yeah. So or Pukka organic nighttime tea bags, which have what have they got? Oh, they're not going to tell me. How are they going to tell me? Oh, oat flowering tops. Oat flowering tops. No, what they are. Yeah, valerian, Tulsi leaf. Never even heard of Tulsi before. Anybody heard of Tulsi?
There's a Tulsi tea that is a Tulsi and a holy basil combination. It's a good tea. I'm not really sure what it does for you.
Yeah. Well, this has oat flower, lavender, and lime flower. Oh, might just put that into my basket.
Sounds good.
Are you online shopping right now, Rosaline?
Well, we were talking about sleeping, and Mary and Dana were talking about a tea that Kate has recommended. But I don't think we can get it in the UK. But it just made me think, might just order some other nighttime tea bags.
Well, apparently there's different kinds of skullcap. There's blue skullcap, mad dog skullcap, and side flowering skullcap. They're all in the mint family.
I always thought skullcap was a kind of a poisonous mushroom. Obviously, that's not true. Oh, right. There you go. Did not know about this. Oh, yes. Now loads of things. Herbs. Oh, yeah. Skullcap loose herbal tea. There you go. Oh, it's a mint. It's a type of mint.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Did not know that.
Probably has the square stem.
Ah.
Ooh, catnip has a stem like that. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I know this because we have cats.
Oh, Neil's yard salad.
I think they call it cat mint, or I call it cat mint. I don't like it. I don't like the smell of it. It grows everywhere, but yeah, you can tell from the square stem.
It smells like marijuana.
Not like the stinky marijuana they have around here. That stinks. That's the skunk cap.
Yeah. I can't tell in my backyard in the evenings if there's a skunk passing through or if it's my neighbors. Or maybe- Seriously,
Portland.
it's tell the difference.
Do skunks really
Is that
smell
the
of
same for
weed? I
you,
wouldn't-
Mary? Is
What's
that
that?
the same for you, Mary? Like your
Oh, yeah.
neighbors?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it reeks.
Oh yeah. Yep. My neighbor, who's just a lovely soul and, you know, is a Harley Davidson, works in the shipyard, just a badass looking guy, but the softest, sweetest man. And he lives in his garage, rents out his house, but he has, since Abby was born, had all sorts of smells coming out of his backyard. And when she was little, he said, you know, if you ever come over to the house, don't bring Abby in the back. Like, you know, not welcome.
Oh.
And he would literally, when she was standing at the doorway, holding on to the bottom of the screen, saying, hi, Dave, and would do that until she was done. And he would say, hi, Abby. And she learned to talk and stand up. I literally credit him, but he smokes a lot and grows a lot. And I don't know if he sells or not, but I don't care.
He probably doesn't need to more.
Yeah, I don't think he does anymore. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he probably has a card now, but yeah, it used to be a very different smell, and so he's clearly changed the kind of plant or whatever, but
It's
not a big
very
fan.
lovely smell.
No.
Nope. Hey, Laura.
We're here all the
Hey.
time.
I'm
How's
not a tea drinker, so I can't join the conversation on tea. Another one of my faults.
This is a specific one for that Kate had actually given me
For sleeping.
For sleeping, and it really does. I'm not a good sleeper, and that helps. It really has.
I take melatonin now. That works for me.
That makes me do laps around the whatever.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
around.
People have different reactions to it. Yeah.
You're at work again today, Laurel?
I am. I'm hoping I'm going to go home to a completely finished apartment. But we'll see when I get there. Yeah.
Did you go into the office?
This is my third day going into the office, Mary. Yeah. So you missed the first day I went in. DC just looked like a ghost town, like it always has since I haven't come downtown very often. And then the second day, it was like a police state went up overnight with like concrete barricades and checkpoints and fencing and all of this stuff. And then today it's still a police state. It's the same.
Well, they said they were having 20,000 National Guard, and they were already. I mean, they were like showing pictures of them sleeping in the Capitol.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like 5 blocks from the Capitol, and there's checkpoints out at 4 blocks away from the Capitol, and concrete. Like the things you would see put up for construction or whatever, like concrete barriers put up at a lot of intersections. Yeah. So last night when I walked, you have any
trouble getting into the office?
Now I walk across town and then I get on the metro, and I've never been on the metro where I'm not the only person in the metro train car. Like that's how few people are taking the metro right now. So you have like the whole car to yours. I mean, I just walk to the back of the train and I'm on the whole car by myself. So that's how I get in and out. I think the traffic jam, I walked over to the White House last night because I wanted to see if the Black Lives Matter posters got torn down or not.
Yeah, they didn't.
And they didn't, so that was good news. But it was complete traffic jam because of all the road closures. You know, I think people probably don't go out that often, so they just went out on their usual route to get across town, and everything's shut down. So I don't know, it's the more I talk to my colleagues who live in the district about it. I mean, first of all, I talked to 2 of my Black colleagues today just about how terrifying it was to not be able to go out of their house and, you know, just feel like they were going to get attacked on the streets while those folks were in town. And now I think because of that, you know, there's so much security, I kind of see it and I think, oh, well, they're being smart. They're preventing it, right? Because if you were out scouting right now, if you were one of those guys, you would see, oh shit, well, I'm not going to try it here, right? Because there's checkpoints and there's this and there's that. So I feel like it's all a deterrent. But it's flipping people out who live here. So most of my colleagues now have like go bags and their car, you know, their car is filled with gas and like, we're ready to evacuate. And a couple of them are leaving town for the inauguration. I mean, the mayor has told everybody, it has said, you are not welcome in DC. Nobody's welcome in DC on inauguration. Like 0 people, do not come. So
I was just thinking how, you know,
but it's so stressful, and the more the videos keep coming out. Yeah, sorry, Rosalie.
No. I was just thinking when Trump became president, how he had that whole thing about nobody's ever seen so many crowds. It's been like I had way more people than Obama had, and it's kind of, it's so sad that Biden will have the least number of people attending than probably any president ever. You know.
Yeah. Well, it's been kind of funny for me because I've been out, and as you know, I was taking pictures of the checkpoints and stuff because that's how I roll, I guess. But you know, 4 years ago, I was part of the planning of the protests of the Trump inauguration, and I was out on the streets taking pictures of all the checkpoints and how things were getting set up so that we could figure out how to do our protest. So it's felt kind of surreal this week, like, okay, now I'm on the, like, it's
now
just
you're on the
been
other side.
like, I know the city so well because I, you know, walk it and protest in it and so on, but I've never seen a perimeter like this in the past 4 years. So
well, it means they're taking it seriously, I guess.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
you know,
they are.
Sad, but
it's sad. I guess then you just wonder how big an attack it might be. But I don't know if did anybody see AOC's Instagram live last night?
Yeah.
I mean, it was basically an extremely traumatized person talking about what happened to her in the Capitol that day in very, I mean, she has a very personable, approachable manner, and basically saying, you know, when they came to get me to take me to the safe place, I saw that my white supremacist House colleagues were going into that place, and I knew I would not be safe in that place. I knew they would tell people where I was, and I was not safe. So she went.
She wouldn't give an exact, because she said that
for security reasons she couldn't say what had happened to her.
Yeah, but it was implied that
she had a very close call.
Assassination was on the cards. Just like,
I mean, she gets death threats all the time, but I mean, clearly she was worried that she would go into the safe place and that somebody within the House of Representatives would disclose her location, and that safe place would be breached and she would be killed or kidnapped.
That's really terrible.
It's harrowing. And then she has to go back 3 hours later and sit in the same room with those people while the vote's counted. Can you imagine?
No.
It's just not, it's just
because those are, I mean, there are, I mean, they're not just like Trumpers, right? They're like QAnon people who've gotten elected to the House in no small number, It's terrifying.
Yeah, what's going to happen with them? How's that going to go for the next 4 years?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 2, right? They're in 2-year
Right.
terms, but
Yeah. Long
yeah, and
2 years.
Ayanna Pressley put out last night as well, that she and AOC made the same decision that they would not be safe in that safe room. And so she went back to her office with her chief of staff and locked the door and went to press the panic button, which apparently every House member has in their office, and her panic buttons had been removed from her office.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Like
God.
removed, like dug out?
Like they were not there. They were gone. They'd been ripped out.
That implies insider
Side job.
kind of
Yep.
collaboration and planning.
Yep. So I don't know. They are truly, I mean, I'm shaken even saying it out loud. You can't even imagine how they feel. That squad has been top of the, all the hate speech has been directed towards them. They've been demonized, absolutely demonized.
Wow.
So that's how DC is. I'm always like, when will I see AOC on the street? She must be like hip enough to be. I mean,
Probably
not right
not.
now, but I mean, just walking
Yeah,
around DC.
yeah.
I've seen others. I've seen Elizabeth Warren a couple times out with their dog
Oh, really? Oh.
Wow.
She's been quiet.
and her
lately.
husband.
Yeah.
I think she hasn't been. I mean, I think she's not as much as she was when she was a presidential candidate, but she still, tweets and puts stuff on Facebook. But I think she just doesn't get the coverage anymore. She's not one of the celebrities. But
That's exhausting.
yeah,
I just can't believe that. I hadn't heard that. That's very disturbing. I can't even imagine to go into your office and shut the door and think, okay, we're going to be all right now.
Yeah.
And only find that somebody's been in your office. And yikes.
Yep.
Well, that's not something that you would check. I mean, as a therapist, we have a panic button, but
right. I mean,
you do things like put yourself between the door and the client, like certain things when you expect someone to be in there. But I wouldn't ever think to
like, I better check the panic button to make sure it's there. Yeah.
Oh, to make sure it's there, right?
Yeah, until you need it. So she has no idea.
It may not have been there for 10 years, but
right, exactly. She doesn't know when it had been. I mean, she actually, in her statement to the press, she said that the panic buttons are tested or on I'm sure they have a protocol, right? Like once a week you test them or whatever. But
yeah. Like any other alarm. Yeah.
Did she say what happened? What did she do? I'm sorry, Mary. I was just curious because then I thought that means that obviously they knew where everybody's offices were ahead of time.
That implies somebody's.
Well, they are. I mean, the other thing that they allege that I'm not sure there's actual evidence behind, but there does seem to be, there was an uptick in Capitol tours in the 2 days before this happened, and they're investigating whether House
scouting
staff were giving tours to people to scout. Yeah.
I find that shocking. I mean, I'm not allowed to give tours. The art museum is closed. Why should they be able to give tours? That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. I don't think any national parliament building anywhere would be doing
Capitol tours.
Wow, that's really damning.
Yeah, so I guess, again, we'll see when all of at some point we're going to know what happened. I don't know how soon it's going to be, but I am reassured that I think the FBI is taking this seriously at this point.
Yeah, well, they've been warning about white supremacists for years.
Right.
So now's the time.
I mean, they are, and they're scooping people up with these arrests. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
They're getting people. This morning, I walked by a bus terminal, and you know how they have like the electric ads in bus terminals? The electric ad was FBI most wanted, and it was those guys.
Whoa.
Actually, I don't know if it said most wanted, but it said the FBI needs your help, right? And it was all these pictures of the protesters Which I
Wow.
have to say felt like that was a little triggering to me. I was like, wait, I'm downtown like what? Like we don't know who these people are. Go put that go put that billboard in West Virginia. What's it doing downtown DC? We don't know who these people are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe they're hiding out in the burbs or something. I don't know.
Maybe, or maybe it's
Scary
meant
thing,
to
it's like,
be.
where are they? They're right here. They're right next door. They're letting people in the Capitol in Salem here. They're
Yeah.
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 Okay, well, on that note, shall we do our loving
Yes,
kindness?
please.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Can we get this toxic energy out of our...
I have two quick things, completely different and very fun.
Oh, okay, good.
So there's a new thing that Abby told me about for your Bridgerton name. For those that, I think everybody's either heard of it or watched it, right?
I've watched a couple of the episodes, yes.
So you take your, we would all be ladies because Chris isn't here, lady or lord, and then the last thing that you drank, let me see if I'll get it right. The last thing you drank.
Probably gin.
Could be damning. Oh no, excuse me. Number 1 is lady or lord. 2 is your oldest child's middle name. 3 is the last thing you drank, and add TON to the end of that. 4 is of, and 5 is your car's model.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, I've got a few
Wait,
of those that don't
Can
work.
you say that one more time, please?
Yes. Lady or lord, your oldest child's middle name, the last thing you drank, and add TON at the end, of your car's model.
Oh,
Right.
God.
So I've got Lady Thomas Ginton of Leaf.
Nice.
Yes.
Is your car
Lady
model?
Walker, Lady Walker Coffee
Ton.
element.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty
It doesn't
exotic.
roll off your tongue.
The beginning works. The beginning works.
I'm Lady Harrison Sparkleton of Hyundai.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay, I guess mine would be Lady McLaren Perrieton of Mazda.
Oh, lovely.
Got some Japanese ladies. Japanese and Korean ladies are in the house.
Yeah, I
This
don't know
is-
what make my Mazda is.
So does Messiah not have a second, like a second first name?
No, McLaren. She just has McLaren as her middle name.
Ah, that's cool.
Hmm.
Mm.
And so if you're Lord, you would put in your son's middle name?
Your oldest child's.
Well, my oldest child is a boy, so I have to go.
Oh.
Oldest child's middle name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
And what's the
sweet.
second one, Mary?
The second one is I'm getting my first COVID vaccine tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes.
I am
Lucky,
oddly thrilled.
as you should be.
Just weird thing. I got the notice a couple days ago. They're the invitation, as they're calling it. And I just have to say this really quickly because it's kind of funny. I had two options: either go through Kaiser and call this number, which Kaiser's a giant pain in the ass, and I did it anyway because I didn't see the second. And the second was an online option. So I called Kaiser, was on the phone for almost 2 hours, went through this huge, long questionnaire, which was fine, you know, all the things. Are you allergic to any, have you had a severe reaction to any vaccines or injectable medications, which I have, and I was concerned, and they were like, I'm just the representative, call your doctor, whatever.
Oh, God.
So as soon as I hang up, I'm like, oh shit, I could have done all of this online with Legacy. And within about 7 minutes, I was done with the thing, had an appointment a month or a week earlier. So I
Wow.
canceled the other one. But the only question on the legacy one was, or there were several questions, but not very many, was my zodiac sign based on my birthday. And I'm like, is that because this is Portland? Like, what?
I don't know
So I thought
that.
would bring a little levity.
Oh my God. That's fabulous.
So
Mm,
I will get
That's
the first,
great.
and found out yesterday that a new vaccine is coming that is a 1 dose.
Right,
So,
the J&J one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have heard, Mary, from a few health provider friends who've gotten it, that you should prepare to feel like you have the flu for a day. That
I
this,
talked to several people, including my
Yeah.
doctor this morning, and they
Uh-huh.
said that the second dose
is the one that
if
gives
you're
you
going
those.
to have any problems, that there might
Oh,
be a
maybe it
little
is
bit
the second
more,
dose that people are getting it.
but
Those.
you know,
But just saying,
everything-
like, be, not like you're going to be out for a week, but just be
Yeah.
prepared, be prepared to have a day of rest after.
well,
Maybe
I
it is
got
just the second
shingles,
dose.
Yeah, I got the shingles vaccine and the, what do you call it? The pneumonia vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them my arm was really sore. I think it was I don't remember which one it was. One of them, my arm was sore for 3 or 4 days. But I've never had a reaction. I've just had reaction to injectable medications, so we'll see. But they actually watch you for if you have any.
Right, for 15 minutes or whatever, yeah.
For 30 minutes. They
For
have
30
either
minutes.
the 15-minute line for nobody having previous or 30 minutes. So
Right.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, well, what a relief. That's gonna relieve some stress from your life.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've kind of set myself up to feeling much better. I mean, it won't change my behavior at all. I've had a lot of people, several people say, "Oh yeah, great. Now that you get the vaccine, you don't have to wear a mask." And it's like, no,
Of
yeah,
course
you do.
you do. You have to do
Yeah, you
everything.
do.
Nothing
Behavior doesn't
changes.
change.
I
Oh
think
my
just your
God.
own stress about getting infected will
Absolutely.
reduce, or getting sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
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 So, I wanted to share.
Okay. Well, on that good news,